Go ahead.
Just wondering, the U.S. ambassador to South Korea put out a statement on X encouraging American citizens in South Korea to monitor local news sources. And that's been, as far as I can tell, the only kind of security alert that's gone out to U.S. citizens. And that came several hours after martial law was declared in the country. Was there a reason for that delay? Is more guidance coming?
Well, this is, Shannon, as you know, an incredibly fluid situation. And let me just say broadly that we have no higher priority than the safety and security of our citizens, especially those that are overseas. I don't have any updates on the travel advisory or anything like that to offer from up here. The travel advisory warning for the ROK continues to be a level 1, which is exercise normal caution. But that being said, the ambassador is absolutely right, and that we would encourage American citizens to enroll in Smart Traveler. That is the best way to stay in touch with the embassy and to stay in touch with the department as the situation develops, and that's the best way to stay up to date on additional information. We also have a 24/7 hotline for U.S. citizens to use in emergencies, in which they can get in touch with our embassy in Seoul. We plan to issue regular updates on the situation via the embassy website, and as the ambassador said, we encourage citizens to monitor not just these channels that I mentioned, but updates from local law enforcement and otherwise, and we'll, of course, update our citizens appropriately.
And taking out the events, would you typically expect to be notified that an ally as close to South Korea was going to declare martial law ahead of time?
So I'm just not going to speculate on what should or may not happen in these kinds of situations. What I can just say is that as it relates to this incident, we were not notified of President Yoon's announcement in advance.
Is to draw a parallel to Kenya, another government where the leader was honored with a state visit by the Biden administration, and then later saw some allegations of Democratic backsliding over the summer. In the State Department's engagements with Kenyan leaders at the time, the State Department said it was encouraging them to honor all constitutional rights, including the right to peaceful assembly. In your conversations with South Korean counterparts, are you reminding them of the right for its citizens to peacefully assemble or other similar human rights?
Certainly that would be a message that we carry with any government in which we have a bilateral relationship. Of course, that would be also true in our engagements with a partner like the Republic of Korea. And as I said to Sean, I'm not going to read out private diplomatic conversations, but we are reiterating again that it is our hope and our expectation that any political dispute be resolved peacefully and in accordance with the rule of law.